Anyway, I am not happy with you, eBay. I am not happy with you. And I'm going to do something about that. I'm going to diversify my exposure to your enhancements and your rate increases, and no more taking loans to support your investors. I'm going to start worrying about me and me only. There you go. Welcome back to the Wandering Reseller. I like traveling across California, Nevada, and Arizona, searching for unique treasures at estate sales, thrift stores, and auctions. I also dabble in online auctions to uncover hidden gems from all over the country. This channel is all about the thrill of the hunt, finding those vintage collectibles, rare items, and items that are incredible stories to share. I'm also somebody that struggles with disabilities. Having to write with my voice, comprehend with my ears. So that makes the treasure hunting more interesting. So using AI to expand my geniusness. So sit back, enjoy today's treasure hunt. All right, this is about 2.5 miles away from my home, and it's Back Bay that way, Newport Beach Harbor that way. Ooh, fog bank coming in. So I fished across the way in another video just about a couple days ago. My goal is to take a little bit of break every day. Ooh. So I found where at the flea market where all the storage locker sellers are at. I got a gob of inventory from the lockers. I have a truck. I could technically take the shell off the truck and put 12 totes on my truck and wait in line, and I could diversify this. It might be a good idea to start targeting small storage lockers. That would diversify my eBay. And I wouldn't quit eBay as long as they don't cut me off for talking smack about them. Like right now, I know when they make updates. I mean, you can see it. People start screaming, sales drop, stopped, and then they suddenly just all turn back on. And I don't know. I think I got to get to a point where eBay is 10% of my income instead of all of it. I just can't rely on it. Wow, they got major fog coming in. Almost zero visibility coming in. All right, well, that was more talk about eBay than I like. I gotta really think about where I'm going, because right now it's not working. I shifted the small inventory to go mobile, and I'm still working on that. So that was a good one. That was 100 yards or 80. I play golf, so I can tell you how far they go, and I'm within a couple feet of it. That's something I was really good at. It was a lot worse. So you can tell over here on the left, its camera doesn't really pick it up, give it justice, but the fog was rolling in.
All right, well, thank you guys. I saw they rolled out with the AI like I was talking about. Mobile phones doing their item specifics. That sounded kind of similar or something like I was saying. Obviously, I don't know if that video is that video is going to look like it just came out in May and we're talking August. But I was filmed that a month ago talking about how my tool. Ooh, got about 1,000 products to list here. I'm going to try to get as many in the scheduling platform as possible. And I'm going to try to stay 3 weeks ahead. So I always feel like I have 3 weeks window. So when I start doing these, redoing my taxes and talking to a consolidating credit company, and I can figure out where I'm going or if I'm going to continue to do this. I'm going to continue to do eBay. I'm going to continue to do reselling. But it might, like I mentioned in the past, it's, and I do love eBay. Oh, no. No. This is too much to not, can't just diversify. I have to diversify. That's the whole trick. Where when I get these negative feedbacks, I don't do a 45-minute video about them. You know, it's no big deal anymore because I'm not relying on them. And I gotta start worrying about me. So thank you guys. As I work through this whole system process, I'll keep you guys along, and I can't wait to get my RV. It's gonna still be 6 to 8 months away. I definitely want my RV so I can, yeah, this is a pretty area. I was over there the other day. This is just another spot. Before I start using my kayak, I want to make sure I'm not having any more vertigo episodes. I've been feeling much better, but I had some of it come back a little bit last week, and I think I was just drinking too much coffee, and I stopped drinking coffee and started drinking tea, and that started helping. I didn't have all right, there's my shipping. There's my, in case I ever do catch a fish. And I think it's time to change the setup too. I've had this on for, this is all the saltwater stuff I carry. And I might try this one next. A little flashy. Try to keep my freshwater, saltwater separated. I'd rather be freshwater fishing, camping. All right, guys. Until next time. And I got one last intro, one more edit in, and take 3. I had a fire truck go by, and someone cut me off while I'm doing all this, and oh, that was horrible. So I had my first negative review in a long time. 12% of his feedback are negatives. He only had 41 reviews. I reached out when the item was out for delivery, asking him if there's any problems. You know, let me know. I want to make sure he got to his city. I appreciate his business. And, you know, nothing. He didn't respond or anything for that email. And then I get the negative feedback about 40 days later. And I reached out again, letting him know I didn't know you were unhappy and I would really appreciate giving me a chance to fix this and blah, 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 blah. No response. I reached out to eBay thinking they would remove it because one of their policies was if a customer doesn't communicate, you remove it. And I didn't know it didn't it changed. Apparently it did because they said the customer had a problem. And I'm like, well, the problem is the product was 25 years old. It was vintage. It came out of my casino collection. Last thing was in the box was a 1996 scorecard from a golf course. So I assumed it was 25 years old, so I called it vintage. And they didn't remove it. And I was like, damn. I'm sending out all these emails every day to every item out being arrived. And I was like, maybe I shouldn't have to do that anymore. You know, look how many hours I spent on customer support. Hours and hours in customer support. I take great pride of what I do. I have it 100% with 16,000 units. You would think someone with 41 feedback, 12% of their feedbacks were negative. That's 4 or 5 units. Now, it's not a lot, but it's a lot. So the things I'm going to change now, when I get offers, I'm going to take my time on every offer I get now. If I see any negative reviews or a volume of negative reviews, and I'll read them, I'll decline it and block the guy. There's no reason for me to deal with these people anymore. Nah, not anymore. Instead of me not doing it, sending out an email when the item's about to arrive, the benefits still are, I feel like the customer support misled me. They said the people in the back office, we all know AI is making these decisions. Don't lie to my face. Still don't know. I'm telling them I'm on the feedback revise page. She has me go through all these steps to get back to where I was. But that was 5 minutes to try to process what she was saying, because they're not, the first language is in English. And me being dyslexic, now you got me all panicking. Well, I'm in the wrong spot, I think I'm done with eBay. Really am. I don't know. I'm done with eBay calling eBay, expecting them to do the right thing. They don't have our back. We're just a number. They don't know who I am or what my morals are. I got 16,000 units sold and 100% feedback, and you got a guy that has 5 negative feedbacks out of 41, and most of them in a row, and he's having a bad month, and I get punished. So this is 4 minutes long. I don't want this one to go so long. This is my vlog. I did my 30 listings this morning. I sent out my emails again. I scheduled them instead of listing them. I gotta start feeding the engine slowly and consistently do it 1 hour apart of each lesson. This is my rock I got from a long time ago from not long time ago, but you probably know what it is. If you see what it is, I can't sell it on eBay. Let's just put it that way. Anyway, I just am frustrated trying to do things right and just keep getting hits left and right. I got this stupid mobile bike company that... Thanks for watching. Until next time, keep hunting, keep flipping, and stay wandering.
Like, subscribe, and stay tuned to see what treasures we discover next time.